Raging Gale by James Ryan. Read by the author. Part the 106th. Hope grabs her booty. "All right, gents," said Campbell as he wrapped the strong box. "There's a matter of settling accounts before us." Hope didn't crowd the table where Garland sat the way the rest of the men around her did. She was trying not to let her feelings gnaw at her. "Ah, Joseph Andrews," Campbell said, as Andrews wormed his way forward to claim his booty. "Ever the eager one to claim his share, yes," he said, with a slight sneer as he handed him a small bag filled with treasure and crossed his name off the paper. No one challenged Andrews' movement to the floor with anything more than stern disapproval on their faces. Not a man made a sound to disturb Hope's taking the cat to herself in her head. "There you are, Marco Bosfeld," Campbell continued. "Let's get that done as you're here," and his shares were handed him. There was the matter of the whole deceit she had been involved with, Hope reminded herself, not being upfront about it at all. "Ah, Jean Herbert," said Campbell as he handed the man his cut. "And is that Christophe Mesnil with ye?" he asked as he handed the lad his earnings and crossed their names off the sheet. Hope stewed as she worked herself up over Charity's deceitful actions, how she used them to get passage on the Gail, how she used them to get close to her. "Vermin, sacks," said Campbell as he prepared his booty. "Christopher Garland," he continued with the passing of coin and noting his list. How could Charity have been so deceitful, Hope wondered, doing all those underhanded things like her revealing those bars of silver in that French ship's bilge, and her taking on all those men, and Alan Gore. "Ah, yes, here ye be now," said Campbell, as he gave him his cut. "James Kelly, there you go," he said with a further distribution of the wealth. "The way she saved my life," Hope bitterly reminded herself. "More than once." "Gabriel Soubise," said Campbell as he handed the man his treasure. "Are ye going to bring to Mr. Follard his portion, as he's overseen the work on the ship?" "Oui," replied Soubise. "He asked me to do that on his behalf." "As I assumed he might," Campbell said as he passed on a larger bag and said aloud while working his list, "René Follard." "And why aren't you going for your shares?" Zoutman asked Hope. "Doesn't he call your name and you receive it then?" she replied. "Right now," said Garland. "Orlando Saman, who I presume is here on Mr. Collins's behalf as well?" Hope watched more carefully, noticing that each man was receiving his shares based on whether he went to the table to ask. "Richard Collins," Campbell spoke as he noted the master gunner's shares, then acknowledged the next two to come forward. "Let's see, Joseph O'Malley, Peter Owen, gents." "If you sit here all day," said Zoutman as he took her hand, "then you're never going to see it." Before she could reply, Campbell looked up at the two of them. "Godard Zoutman," he noted. "Hope Harvey," he stated with a slight smile. And with that, Hope had her hands on pirate treasure. Thank you for taking this moment with me. If you want to keep up with new chapters as they get posted, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notification for when pieces go up.